Okay, so we continue with class JLabel, and now we're gonna create a new folder. So we're gonna go this time to our Visual Studio Code, and we are gonna go here, Explorer, and now we're gonna create a Java project. So we're gonna create a Java project. Select project. We can make this one Control Plus, and we're gonna choose no build tools. Yeah, that's fine, no build tools. And I'm gonna go to my desktop, and I'm gonna just type in, well, I can do it from here, new, and it's gonna be a folder just Java, like that. Select. Okay, now so we are gonna put a label for this project, and we're gonna name it label frame. So it's gonna be label, okay, label frame, yeah, label frame, like that, and then press enter. Okay, so as you can see, if we go right here, Java, we're gonna see that we have the label frame, and inside we have the VS Code, the lib, the source, and the readme. Okay, so now we are gonna go into the source. So we already have the app.java, and it says hello world. So you just click here, and it's gonna give us the usual hello world, or whatever you're typing, whatever this string is. Okay, so we can just leave it like that, and inside of the source now we're gonna create a new file, and we're gonna name it label. We're gonna name it label frame.java. okay, label frame. So this frame has to be camel case notation, camel notation. Okay, so we have the public class label frame, Visual Studio Code did it already for us. So now we're gonna demonstrate the JLabel class. And before we can start, we're gonna have to import. We're gonna import Java. We're gonna import java.awt.flow layout. Okay, that flow layout. Semicolon at the end. This specifies how components are arranged. We're gonna import javax.swing.JLabel. Okay, so we're gonna have the import javax.swing.j frame has to be here, J frame. Okay, this provides basic window features. So now we're gonna have the import javax.swing.JLabel, yeah, the JLabel, semicolon at the end. Displays the text and the images. Okay, now we're gonna have the import javax swing constants, semicolon at the end. So this is common constants used with swing. Okay, so now we're gonna have the import javax swing.icon, semicolon at the end, and this one has to be uppercase. Let me see, import javax that swing that icon. So this is the interface used to manipulate the images. And finally we're gonna have the import javax that swing that image icon, semicolon at the end. This loads the images, and now we have our public class, so we can save it for now. Okay, so this public class label frame is gonna extend, so this extends and it's gonna extend the J frame. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Javax, and the first one is just Java. And make sure you're using camel notation, so like image icon, this has to be uppercase, this one also, the C has to be uppercase. Okay, let's continue. So now we're gonna have a private JLabel, and we're gonna have label 1 semicolon at the end. So this is JLabel with just text. Okay, so we're gonna have pretty much the same here, and we're just gonna change label 2, and this one is gonna be label 3. Okay, so the label 2 is a JLabel constructed with text and icon, and label 3 JLabel with added text and icon. We are gonna go here. We are still inside of this class, obviously, and we're gonna have the label frame constructor that adds JLabels to the J frame. So it's gonna be public label, okay, public label frame. We're gonna open curly braces, and we're gonna have, okay, yeah, we're gonna have super, this one, and inside of the parentheses we are gonna have a string. So it's gonna be testing JLabel. Okay, so we have the testing JLabel semicolon at the end, and now we're gonna set let me see, set layout. So this is not the one. Set layout, this one, the second one, set layout, and okay, set layout, and inside of the parentheses we're gonna have new flow layout. Yeah, that's fine. So set the frame layout. Now we're gonna have the JLabel constructor with a string argument. So it's gonna be label 1. Okay, label 1, we're gonna set it to the new JLabel, and we're gonna have a string, and it's gonna say label with text semicolon at the end. Yeah, we're gonna have label 1 that set tool set. Yeah, let me see if this is the one. Label 1 that set tool tip text. That's fine. Inside of the parentheses we're just gonna have a string, and the string says this is label 1, and now we're just gonna add, and inside of the parentheses of this add is just gonna be the label 1, obviously semicolon at the end. Okay, this is gonna add the label 1 to the J frame. Okay, so I already have an image here, so I'm just gonna put it inside of the Java folder, and inside of this folder that we are working on it. So the Java is gonna appear here, so it's just this one. So we can just leave it for now there, and yeah, we're gonna go below, and we are gonna JLabel the constructor with a string, icon, and alignment argument. So we're gonna have the icon, we're gonna have the icon bar, and we're gonna set it to new image icon. Okay, and inside of the parentheses we are gonna have finally the get class. So let me see if I have it here. Well, get class. Let me see, get class that get resource, so get resource, and inside of the parentheses of the get resource we are just gonna have we're gonna have bag. Okay, we're gonna name it PJS. I don't know, let me see, PJS SW, that's how I name it, that PNG. Okay, so semicolon at the end, no, here semicolon at the end. Now we're gonna have label 2, so label 2, and inside of the label 2 we are gonna, well, we're gonna set it to new JLabel. Okay, so label 2 new JLabel. Let me see, we have the icon bar, and now we are in the JLabel 2, so this is gonna be label with text and icon. So this is label with text and icon. Okay, semicolon at the end. Label with text, yeah, that's fine, but this is just one argument, so the second argument is gonna be, I don't know, PJS, we can put it. And let me see, as a third, as a PJS, let me see something here. Testing label layout text, yeah, that's fine. New bag, so we can name it here PJS. Yeah, let me move it here, let me put PJS like that. And here we are gonna have our swing constants. So let me see, so swing constants that left. Okay, and we don't have any mistakes so far. Okay, so we are gonna have label 2 again to the next line. We're gonna have that set tooltip, let me see, that set tooltip text, that set tooltip text, and we're gonna have a string, so this is label 2, semicolon at the end. Now we're gonna add, and we're gonna have the label 2, yeah, label 2 like that, semicolon at the end. So add label 2 to the frame so we can save it so far. And now we're gonna have in the label 3, so label 3, let me see, label 3, we're gonna set it to new, we're gonna set it to new JLabel, open parentheses, so JLabel constructor, no arguments, semicolon at the end. Okay, no JLabel. Now we're gonna have label 3, that's one, label 3 that set text, and delete that, just a string, so label with icon and text add button. Okay, yeah, semicolon at the end, that's fine. Label 3 that set icon, yeah, they already did it for us, so this is add icon to the JLabel. Again, label 3 is gonna be that set horizon, set horizontal text position, horizontal text position, and we're gonna have the swing constants that center, with uppercase letter center. Now we're gonna have the label 3 that set tool tip text, and let me see, no, it has to be vertical, so it's gonna be set vertical text position swing. Okay, so it's gonna be the swing constants that button. Okay, like that. Finally, label 3 that set to all type text and just a string. So this is label 3. Let me see. Now we're gonna add the label 3, semicolon at the end. And yeah, so we have, this is the end of the label frame constructor, and this is the end of the class label frame. Okay, so we are gonna have a new file. Let me see, make sure that you are inside of source. In this file we are gonna name it label test, so it's gonna be the label test.java. Okay, so before, they already created a class for us, but before that we need to import javax that swing that JFrame, yeah, like that. And now we are gonna have our public static void main. Okay, and this is label test, that's fine, public. So now we're gonna have our, let me see, I can put it here, 1, 2, maybe like that. So we're gonna have the label frame, we're gonna name it label frame. We're gonna set it to new, label frame, semicolon at the end. So this creates a label frame. So now we're gonna use this label frame here, and we're gonna have the set default close operation, and we're gonna have the JFrame. Let me see, JFrame that exit. Okay, that exit underscore on underscore close. Okay, BS does it for us automatically in Visual Studio Code. Now we're gonna use again the same label frame. We're gonna use the set size, so set size, and inside the parentheses we are gonna have 260 by 180, semicolon at the end. So this is the width and the height. So Visual Studio Code, the BS does it automatically for us. So label frame that set visible, and now the string is gonna be true, so we're gonna set this boolean to true. So now make sure that this file is inside of the source. So I have this picture here, and let me see, what we are gonna go is we're gonna go to the label test. So we only need these 2 files. The other one if you want, you can delete it. So now we're gonna have label test.java, and just click and play, and this is our end result. So this is how it should look like: label with text in icon, and label with icon and text at the bottom or at bottom.